What God cannot do does not exist. Pastor Jerry, I am Veronica, testifying from Cameroon. I am that lady whom the Lord delivered from the spirit of gambling. It all began in 2023 when a colleague of mine introduced me to what is known today as it. That is how I started gambling, Papa. I started gambling. I could put 10,000, 20,000, up to the extent that I will use all my salary to gamble. Pastor Jerry, I became so addicted to gambling that gambling became a part of me. I could not be for a day without gambling. I will even if it is 500 francs that I have, that is the last money in me. Pastor Jerry, I will use that money to gamble. Pastor Jerry, it became worse. So one day I sat and I was asking myself, I said, this thing is no longer normal. Because immediately I have money, that urge, even if I say I don't want to gamble, no matter how I struggle, Pastor Jerry, I will still use the money to gamble. Even if someone sends me with the money, Pastor Jerry, I will still use the money to gamble before I will struggle now to refund the money. It became worse. So I decided on my own that I wanted to quit. I tried severally to quit, to no avail. I tried several times to no avail, until my colleagues started mocking at me. They will mock at me because today I would delete the app, the next day I would download the app. That is how I was just going front and back. So one day my sister-in-law sent me this app. That is how I joined the altar of fire, and I started praying alongside with Papa. So this fateful day, Pastor Jerry declared that any form of addiction in your life is over.
My God, every power of addiction, I announce, let it be broken.
And I shouted, Amen. That is how God delivered me from the spirit of gambling. That very same moment, I deleted the app and I was freed. That is how I was saved from the spirit of gambling. Pastor Jerry, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for allowing yourself to be used by God to deliver people like me from captive. I give God all the glory. Father, Papa, I don't know how you do it, but may the oil on your head never run dry. We they pray, it they show.
What God cannot do does not exist. I was having problem in court for 2019, 2025. They said they have to judge this case. I was having sitter with them for 2025. On the 2nd, it 3rd, 4th, 5th. I am that woman God that show great mercy. God of error have answered my prayer. Pastor Jerry, this is my prayer request. I was using it to pray. This is my prayer request every day I was writing. Finally, God of error, rescue me. Do you know the day that we do fasting? Oh, God answer my prayer. Pastor Jerry, I am that woman that you made sure that 1 week error will answer you.
It will not be up to 7 days. The Lord will show you a joker. The Lord will show you a joker. The Lord will show you a joker. A token for good. A token of his power. A token of evidence. Receive it.
When I went to court to judge this case, Pastor Jerry, I don't even have anybody to call. I just call the God of NSPPD and Sammy. Look at me today. 25 years in prison. Pastor Jerry, look at it. I'm free. I am free. The judge gave me this paper. My case since 2019. The 6th of February, finally the judge's case, they give me this paper that this case have been cancelled. That you are innocent in this case. Do you know what? My lawyer told me concerning this case, you are to prison for 25 years in prison. God of error stand for me. God of error did it for me. Finally, 2024, I met my husband in NSPPD to share. I was sharing this link, sharing it in Facebook. I met my husband. So I was afraid to told my husband. My husband said to me that he wants to marry me. I said, you want to marry me? I have a case. So he said, which case is that? I said, since 2019, I have a case. I've been fighting with this battle for a long time. My husband told me, but you are still on prayer in NSPPD. I said, yes. He said, why are you be afraid in this case? You don't even see anything in this case. Don't be afraid. Don't worry. The God of NSPPD will answer you. The God of NSPPD will be with you on that day. I said, this case is 25 years in prison. I don't want you to marry me. My husband said, forget about that. You don't believe in God. You don't have faith. I said, I have faith. He said, you just leave this case alone. It's just a minor something. So I met my husband in February in 2024. My husband engaged me in May in 2024. My husband gets married to me on the 17th of August in 2024. What God cannot do does not exist. My brother, my sister, it is very good to share this link for a people. Maybe God, if there is a way that God will answer your prayer. Through this link, I met a man in NSPPD that married to me. Through this link, I met a man that stand upon me in this case. What God cannot do does not exist.
I'm making this video testimony from Germany. It all started in December last year, 2024, when I traveled from Germany to Nigeria, precisely Owerri. I had a nice time, Christmas period with my people. And then on the 2nd of January, when I decided to come back to Germany, something happened. Early in the morning, I called my cousin to come and drop me at the Port Harcourt airport. When he came, he discovered that I was losing orientation. I don't know what happened. After having my bath, I couldn't wear my clothes. I couldn't hold a cup of water. I called him to come in. He came in and prayed for me. And then I managed to get into the vehicle. We got to Port Harcourt airport. Thank God somebody helped me through immigration and customs. And we got to Germany. And immediately on the 3rd of January, which is the next day, which is Friday, I went to see my doctor, and the doctor told me that after taking my blood, he told me that he saw leukemia in my blood, and he gave me a paper to go to a bigger hospital. I was surprised. So on Monday of it, being the 6th of January, I went to a bigger hospital, and immediately they admitted me. They didn't allow me to go. So I stayed there from 6th till the 9th of January. So I was just praying. I said, God, what is happening? I've been in Germany for several years. I've never been to any hospital to be admitted. Never. What is happening? I said, Lord, I'm an NSPPDian. This will not happen. And then the next day being Wednesday, the 8th of January, at exactly 7:50 in the morning, Pastor Jerry gave the word from the Lord that the Lord is yanking off every leukemia.
The Lord is yanking off leukemia. Let it be reversed.
And canceling every appointment of death.
The message of God is canceling an appointment with death. The message of God is canceling an appointment with death. Let it be cancelled.
I picked up on that word. I received it. I said, God, this is my word. And on that same day, I found myself being stronger. I discovered that the next day after that word, I now started doing press up in the hospital. I was doing exercise in my room because I was alone in the room. I was now doing some exercise. And the next day being the 10th of January, they discharged me and told me to go home. And then just last week, the end of June, the doctor declared me free from every type of leukemia. I'm so glad, I'm so grateful. And something happened along the line. One of my best friends here in Germany called me and told me that the wife has been diagnosed with breast cancer. And they've done the first operation. It was not successful and they're transferring her to another hospital. I said, and you are telling me like this? I boasted with the Lord and I told him, I serve a God. I have a prayer God, a prayer answering God. And I gave him the link. He said somebody gave it to him, but he was not serious. I said, my friend, you have to be serious this time around. Your wife's life is involved. Please join. And they joined. To cut the story short, as I'm talking to you, that operation they wanted to do on the wife did not hold because they continued to join the NSPPD and they have discharged the wife. As I'm talking to you now, the wife is at home eating the food that she loves to eat. Then another of my friends called me from Nigeria and told me that the wife has been diagnosed with breast cancer. I said, I now boasted with the Lord and I said, the God I serve will do it again. And I gave them the link. And as I'm talking to you now, the doctors have told her that the operation they wanted to do before, they wanted to cut the breast, that they are not cutting it again. So what I'm telling you right now is this. What God cannot do does not exist. Pastor Jerry, God bless you. Thank you for answering the call to save us and help us to pray more than we used to pray before. God has answered all our prayers. What God cannot do does not exist.
God cannot do does not exist. I was diagnosed of invasive ductal carcinoma on the 17th of January this year. My life stopped. I'm a pharmacist. So all I was thinking about was my 2 kids. Do I start writing a will? How do I settle this one? One is 22, the other is 7. How do I settle this ones? Is this the end of the journey? And everything stopped. I kept on asking the doctors, please tell me how long do I have to live? They'll tell me, now breast cancer. I went to Metama Hospital. They did their thesis. That is it there. The immunochemistry came out, everything. I said it's not good enough. I was praying God. If God on this altar, Papa will say, if you don't have faith, stand on my own faith. I say, God, I no get and reach that level. I stand on Papa's faith. After 1 month, my sister, who is on the altar, called me and said she had a dream that the surgery was done on my breast and it's over. And invasive ductal carcinoma has been the song on NSPPD all this while.
Invasive ductal carcinoma. If you want to walk, put it on the live stream. The devil is a lie. Oh, yeah, now so let it be reversed. Let it be reversed.
I say, okay. He said, go for your lab test today. I want that testimony to come out. She insisted. I had to go pick my son from school. And on my way home, I branched to echo scan. They started, when we went there, the doctor started with the right side. I said, doctor, right side no get problem, now left side. He said, that's how we'll start. He fixed the screen for me to see. He was doing nothing. I was now like, what God cannot do does not exist. He said, are you an NSPPD? I said, yes. So he said, Una don't come again. I said, what God cannot do does not exist. What God cannot do does. He now did the scan on my armpit and saw the lymph node, circled it. Then he went to the breast. There I changed because I remember on the testimony some few days before then, a lady was saying when she says, a Roy that sees me, things just change. So I can't come out from what God cannot do does not exist to a Roy, the God that sees me. Doctor said, you change gear. I said, I change you. He now did it. I was doing it and then said, the result you can see, they're calling it lumpectomy. No focal massing, no area of echo distortion, no menene, no this, no that. Guys, I call my colleagues all around, please, this is the result. They now did elaborate this thing. Do you know what that means? Even the small, this thing they saw in the lung, in the armpit, they say it has blood flow, no calcification, no shadowing. So it is just as a result of the lumpectomy. I said, doctor, I no do operation. Now 4 biopsy I don't do, no be operation. He said it's a result of the lumpectomy. That's the removal of the lung, the surgical removal of the lung. That is there. So that one doesn't have anything. And that B1 Braids assessment category 2 shows that even the lymph node is very clean. And then there is no lump. There is no nothing. I said, I'm an NSPPDian. Can I shout? Because Papa will say, how will you shout?
How will you shout?
I say, Roy, you don't see me too? Ha. I said, doctor, should I embrace you? He said, do. I jumped up, I embraced this guy. I was just jumping. I didn't know what to say. And I said, but you don't have to send this result to India. Let them give me their own. So I sent the result to India. That same day, there's one very expensive test I did that the result had not come back before I came here. And it was gene panel to show whether there is cancer in the gene, in the family gene. The result came out negative. So, guys, I don't know where to start from. So when I sent this one, the head of oncology, Paras Hospital, India, sent me a voice note that they have seen it, they have gone through it, and my gene panel has come out and it is negative, that there's nothing they can do but to wish me good luck. Guys, here I stand. You know, just like the 10 leopards. I am here to say, Papa, thank you. My knees on the ground. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And thank you, NSPPDians, for always being there for us. You are forming an army, sir, that you don't even understand how far and wide that has gone. No matter the country in this world, I travel a lot. You enter. When you just say, what God, because anything will happen now, you will just shout, what God cannot do does not. You say, oh, a Roy go come up for your mouth. You just say, that one, NSPPDian. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. May the oil on your head never run dry.